Okay, so I actually just realized that I have a vintage Adidas duffel bag here, and this one it's actually from 1985, and you can actually see that here because it reads 8505. So that's May in 1985. And it was made in Taiwan, and this bag was made in the 80s. And my better half bought it as a teenager. If I look at the date, she was 12 years old when she bought it, and she actually bought it for her handball training. So handball, that's not a really popular sport here in the US, but it's a big and popular sport in Europe and especially in Germany. So what I like about it, it's actually that vintage design with the black and yellow here. And then you see we have some patina here, some rust, but actually giving how old the bag is, 40 years. It's pretty in good shape. So, and usually what you would have in that bag when you go to handball training, and that's the size I'm going to show you, it's big enough. So you would have a towel, then you would have pants, and then of course you would have your sneakers in there, and then you would also have a t-shirt. And by coincidence, although I'm living in the States, I still have a handball jersey, and that's from our local club, Frisch auf Göppingen. And that's how actually a handball jersey in Germany would look like. Now, we all know Adidas, how it's pronounced here in the United States. It's, if you want to pronounce it correctly, Adidas, of course, it's pronounced Adidas. So Adi from Adolf and Dassler. So Adi was his first name, his nickname, and Dassler, that's the family name of the Dassler family. And as you know, his brother, they had a dispute, founded Puma, or Puma, how you pronounce it here. So if you would live in Herzogenaurach, which is the city where Adidas and Puma is still located and where they were founded, it would be a high crime to do what I am doing now. You would never put a Puma or a Puma sneaker into an Adidas duffel bag. That is a crime. The city Herzogenaurach, it's actually divided by a river, and the river divides not just the city, but it divides also where you have Puma and Adidas, or Puma and Adidas located. I'm going to show you the inside of the bag. So we have a reinforced like bottom, and you see it has the Adidas logo in different sizes in there. You see the handles are actually riveted in here, and then also for the zipper we have the nice Adidas logo. At the time, Adidas didn't give that sport bag a name. I've read somewhere that somebody here in the States calls it Boston, but in Germany the name would be just sport bag, Sporttasche. And in the 80s, mid-80s, Adidas was maybe not so fancy as today, so they're really typical as we Germans would do. Okay, it's a sports bag, so we call it Sporttasche, sports bag. And if you want to know more details, well then, Sporttasche 41990, sports bag 41990. And yeah, I just wanted to show you my vintage sports bag. So you would go to your handball training, throw in some socks, your Adidas sneakers, of course, then your handball shirt or jersey, then short pants, a towel, and then maybe deodorant and some shampoo. And that is actually what fits into this sport bag, and then given that my better half was 12 at the time, there was plenty of space in that sports bag. And as I said, you could throw in Puma sneakers, of course, but not if you live in Herzogenaurach. There it's a big crime. You can never put Puma sneakers into an Adidas sports bag or the other way around. In the rest of Germany, we actually didn't care about the war between Puma and Adidas. And so you see it has this nice yellow stitching, and then the fabric, it's all black. And you see still, and we use it since 40 years. After 40 years of use, it's actually in tip-top shape, has some patina, but that's to be expected. And so at least at the time, way back in the day, Adidas made really good and durable sports equipment.